Welcome back to another Charlotte Legacy League where we have Cephalid Breakfast versus Ruby Storm. Christopher is going to be on the play and he has kept 6 and Chris Young has kept 7. We'll see a leadoff on a Flooded Strand into a Tundra, into a Nomads and Core. We'll see Chris follow up on his turn with a land and pass back over to Christopher. See an untap here. Played a Scalding Tarn, an attack for 1 over on Chris Young. And we'll see he's pretty lined up here. He's got a Narcomoeba, double Force of Will, and a Brainstorm. He's just missing one piece to get into the combo here against a very non-interactive deck from Chris when it comes to combos. So we'll see if he's going to play out that Ruby Medallion. He's got the Ancient Tomb. He'll take 2 damage off of that, and see if that Medallion comes down. Yes, it does. So the Medallion's down. See if he has any follow-up to this. We'll see a Brainstorm in response to that Ruby Medallion. We'll see a Shuko, Cabal Therapy, and a Daze. He does have 1 red mana available, so Daze won't get it done here. We'll see if he's going to use the Daze to pitch to the Force, or it's just going to pitch the Force to the Force. Looks like he's going to pitch the Force to the Force here, taking the damage off of that, and the Ruby Medallion will be countered. We'll see if we'll pass back over to Christopher. See if he wants to fetch, which he's going to do during his upkeep, grabbing another Tundra, and then ripping the Cephalid Illusion off the top. Couldn't draw it up any better than that. So we should see the combo go into play here, where the Nomads and Core will target the Cephalid Illusionist, putting 3 cards every time it targets it into the graveyard. Typically we'll see a shortcut from here where you just flip your whole deck over if they don't have a response, which they do. So you'll see the Nomads and Core target the Cephalid Illusionist, getting 3 Narcomoebas out of the graveyard. And then once the Narcomoebas are out of the graveyard in play, then we'll see a Dread Return from the graveyard put into to sacrifice the 3 Narcomoebas to bring the Thassa's Oracle into play, which will then win the game. So that's exactly what's happened here. Dread Return, targeting the Thassa's Oracle. No responses from Chris, and we'll see you in game number 2. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Welcome back to game 2. Both players kept 7. Chris will be on the play. See him lead off with, it looks like probably an Ancient Tomb. Yes, it is. And pass over to Christopher. Christopher has a Tundra in his hand. I don't see anything else, so probably see that Tundra come out and pass back over to Chris. Alright, we got the draw. He's got a pedal there. Let's see, maybe see some action come out of Chris here. We've got a 3 mana with 1 colorless floating into a Reckless Impulse. So if you haven't seen that card before, it's in the bottom right hand side of your screen. It's going to allow you to exile to 2 cards of your top of your library and play those till the end of your next turn. He flips over a Rite of Flame, and he flips over a bonus round, which we'll see him probably play next turn. But I don't know if he has anything else. He does not. So, alright. Looks like there's an Illusionist in Christopher's hand now. And he's got the Saga, which will make it easy for him to go get the Shuko, which is the second part of the combo that you can use instead of using Nomads and Core. It's an equipment that can be equipped for 0 and that'll allow it to target the Cephalid Illusionist. So, alright, we've got some action going on over here on Chris's side. Let's see what's going to shake out here. Christopher got out the Storm counter for him. So we've got 2 Storm count after playing 2 Lotus Petals. To note, Christopher does have some counter magic in his hand. We'll see a Rite of Flame from Chris, putting 2 red mana into his mana pool. Storm count will move up to 3 as well. And we'll see a bonus round. I wonder if he should have played that bonus round first, just so that Rite of Flame would have cast twice. But we'll see if that makes a difference here. So we've got the bonus round there, and then to end the turn, whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery, that player copies that and may choose a different target for it. So that's pretty cool. Say a Wasteland pitch in the Cephalid Illusionist. Nope. A Narcomoeba. That makes sense. So Storm counts at 5. Bonus round is no bueno. I guess I can see why Chris wouldn't want to play that first, especially with counter spells. It basically becomes like a double Flusterstorm. See a sacrifice from the pedal here with God of Color still floating. Let's see what else he has here. Looks like it's going to be a Rend Resolve, which is pretty close to what the Reckless Impulse is as well. So let's see if, yeah. So we get 2 there. It looks like it's a Cheskai's Will and a Burning Wish. And that may be it for Chris on this turn. See if Christopher wants to brainstorm at the end of his turn. Potentially. He may not want to give more Storm, but I get it. So, alright, it's at the end of his turn. We will probably see a Brainstorm here from Christopher, which we do. And that's going to see a Force Negation, a Brainstorm, and a Fluster. Jesus. He has plenty of counter magic for Chris. I don't know if Chris knows how bad a position he's in at the moment, but that's pretty tough. 2 cards back on top. And Storm count goes back down to 0. We're going to see an untap draw. And it looks like he put back a Scalding Tarn there. So he will be able to shuffle away that last card that he had on Brainstorm. And we'll probably see that happen as well if he doesn't like the card that he saw at the top. Got a draw from Chris here. 3 mana. And looks like he's going to play a Seething Song. Hoping to put 5 mana into his mana pool. We know that Christopher just drew a Force Negation with a Flusterstorm backup as well. So anything that Chris really tries to do here is going to be difficult. There's the Force Negation pitching the Brainstorm. Storm count will go up to 2. Chris only has 1 mana available at the moment. No other lands. So we may see it wrap up here in just a moment. Next turn, he has a Cephalid Illusionist in his hand. He's going to be able to go get the Shuko. Alright, floats some mana, it looks like, off of the Saga, getting the Shuko, and then playing the Cephalid Illusionist. He does have at least 1 Flusterstorm that we know of in his hand. Can't really see the rest. But it looks like he's going to go ahead and push on with the combo here. We went ahead and sped this up to go ahead and make it a little bit more bearable while he looks through his graveyard, or flips his deck into his graveyard. Looks like he's got enough there now. We'll see the Cephalid Illusionist, the Narcomoebas, sacrificed to the Dread Return. And then same thing that happened in Game 1 will happen in Game 2. He'll Dread Return, getting back the Thassa's Oracle. And that will win him the game. I appreciate everyone watching, and thank you. And we'll see you in the next video. Have a great time. Thanks. If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.